Hello, beautiful people. It's a beautiful day. Happy to be alive. Happy to be here. This right here is supposed to be an outdoor video, but it's currently getting super warm again. And the spot that I usually film at is literally no shade at all. And I'm just being roasted in the sun. And I don't feel like being burned today. So I decided to just film indoors until I can find a different location that has at least a bit more shade, right? But nevertheless, still getting it done. Really hope you guys are doing well. I really hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, taking care of your health, your mental health, your physical health, and just taking the time to, enjoy life and be as present as possible. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was one of the greatest mindset shifts that you could possibly make in your life, right? It's very simple, but it's very powerful. And that shift is seeing everything, absolutely everything in your life as going right even when it's not. I'm gonna say it again. Seeing everything in your life, absolutely everything in your life as going right even when it's not. So you lost your job, you don't see the next job opportunity or career opportunity present, but you still hold the mindset that everything is going right and according to plan, divine plan. A relationship ended, still hold the mindset that everything is going right and is playing out exactly how it's supposed to play out. And everything is working in your favor and how it's meant to work, right? Quite often, and I'm guilty of this, right? Quite often, when things don't go my way or things don't go our way, the first thing we do is panic. We become anxious, fearful, confused, so on and so forth. And this is not to say the emotions that we feel aren't meant to be felt, but sometimes we allow ourselves to fall deeper into pessimism and negativity. And we don't even take the time to even say to ourselves, what if this is supposed to happen? What if my life is rearranging itself to elevate me and to upgrade me? And what if I just can't see it in the moment? Every single time that I was faced with some degree of adversity in my life, right? Every time I found myself confused, something didn't work out how it was supposed to work out, things didn't go how I wanted them to go. I kid you not, I look back at those experiences now, now that I'm able to, I guess, separate my emotions from them. I know that they've passed. I look back at all those experiences and I think to myself, damn, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be in this position. If that didn't happen, then I would probably be stuck in a situation that was never aligned or meant for me to begin with. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't receive the knowledge or the wisdom that I needed in order for me to grow or elevate in my life, right? Every single experience or circumstance that I found myself in, it helped to shape me and my life into what it is today. every single one of them, even some of the most tragic ones, they have been beneficial in helping me to be where I am today, right? And see, when it comes on to as human beings, right? Our perspective is very limited. It's very limited in what we can see. It's kind of like we see the picture, but we don't see the frame around it. And when it comes on to life, no matter how horrible you think your life situation is, no matter how tragic your experiences have been, there's always this invisible frame, at least invisible to us, that is always supporting our lives, that is always protecting us, that is always guiding us, that is always shaping us, right? And we just can't see it. We look at things from a limited or a micro perspective, but we don't recognize that there is a perspective that we can't see, a macro perspective that we can't possibly see. And sometimes we find ourselves fighting against our experiences, wishing that this didn't happen or that didn't happen, so on and so forth. And we can't even begin to recognize that the very things that we sort of resent, the very experiences that we wish to happen, those are the experiences which are always shaping our lives. But we just can't see it in the moment. But if you hold the idea that even when everything in your life is going wrong, things are still going right because they are playing out how they were meant to play out. And the job or the duty that we have is to simply just let go and trust it and allow things to play out. Allow things to play out, and and even in the midst of some of the most difficult storms, look for the ways and opportunities that we can grow, or the ways in which we can use the experience we're currently having in order to grow. I think life is a game of trust. If someone was to ask me, what is one word that I would give someone who wanted to live a really good life, or what's one word I would give someone who's confused about life, who's anxious, who's fearful? The one word I would give that person is trust. Just trust. That is the one word I would give someone. You won't be able to know where the path is taking you. You won't be able to know how things are playing out. You won't be able to know where the river of life, where it's taking you. You're never able to know. But all you can do is just let go and trust it. When we talk about faith isn't holding on to something. Faith is an act of letting go. Letting go and trusting. Seeing things in your life as going right, even when they currently feel like they're going wrong. And obviously, that's something I'm still currently learning. I'm very much still learning that. this thing that we call life is very difficult, extremely difficult. It's kind of like you are thrown into a game and you don't know the rules of the game. You don't know how to play it. So you're kind of just improvising. And for a long while, I thought that I was the one that was sort of, I guess, unaware of the rules of the game of life. But I'm recognizing that no one truly knows what the hell they're doing. No one truly knows. We're all just improvising when it comes down to life, every single one of us. Even the people who you think have it all together, they're still just improvising. Every time I find myself in a low position, you know, people oftentimes talk about growth, and we don't talk about growth and we don't mention the low moments that we hit while we're growing, right? If you're a person that is constantly growing, you want to recognize that you're gonna hit so many low moments, so many different times when you question yourself, so many different times when your spirit feels low. They are kind of like waves, right? When it comes down to growth, you're gonna recognize that those low moments are just as frequent as those high moments or those breakthrough moments that you hit when you're growing, right? Those low moments, as a matter of fact, are just as crucial as those high moments. Every time I find myself in a low, life is trying to show me something within myself that I need to recognize and become aware of. And when I become aware of that thing, I integrate that thing. Then I grow or I hit a high again. And then I hit a low moment, find what I need to find, integrate it, and then I grow again. So life is this constant wave, and you're gonna hit so many low moments. But even in those low moments, you have to hold the idea that everything is going according to plan, according to divine plan. And the only job that we have is to just let go and trust it. There is nothing that no one can say to you. Nothing, absolutely nothing that no one can say to you that would prevent you from experiencing any hardships in your life. People can give you the most brilliant advice. People can tell you the most, you know, brilliant metaphysical, psychological, spiritual advice you could possibly hear. But you can't escape the lows of life. You can't. Every single one of us has to go through it. You could be the most brilliant mind in the world, but not even you can escape the low moments of life. So life is truly just a game of trust. And the way I would define trust is to see everything as going right even when it's not. That's how I would sort of define trust, seeing everything as going right. Because when you see everything as going right, then you stop resisting what you feel and you stop resenting your experiences. And that's when you get the faith to just keep going. keep going no matter what. Over the past few days, I guess my mind hasn't really been very clear. Like, you know, um, sometimes I hit these moments when, I hit these low moments when my spirit might be just integrating something, or, you know, and I hit that yesterday, that low. My mind just hasn't been very clear whatsoever. One of the hardest things in life to do is to show up even when your spirit feels low. It's very difficult. We all have to do that at some point. Sometimes you gotta go to work even when your spirit feels extremely low. You gotta be there for someone you love even when your spirit feels really low. Sometimes you gotta put a smile on your face even when your heart is aching on the inside. But that's life. That is life. But no matter what situation or circumstance you find yourself in, just trust. Have some faith. You might not see how things are going to work out. You might not see a way out of the situation that you're currently in, but just trust it. Just trust it. I know you've had experiences in your life in which you didn't see a way out. And look at you now. You're still here. You're still going strong. There have been probably times in your life when you felt like giving up, and you didn't give up and you made it through. And whatever it is that you're going through, this storm that you're currently in, it won't be any different. You will make it through. And whenever I hit those low moments when I just feel like just packing everything up and throwing in the towel, I remind myself of all the victories that I've had. Our problem is that we think victory is getting to the top. We think victory is finally owning that car, finally owning that house, finally having that successful business. But every single day that you wake up and you have the courage to push through the feeling that you have of giving up, every single day you're faced with a circumstance that you have to overcome, no matter how simple that circumstance is, that is a victory in and of itself. And we undermine the victories that we have every single day because we believe that we're finally going to reach to a point where we become victorious in life. But you have to count your wins every single day. You have to count the moments when you hit a breakthrough every single day. You have to count the moments when you pick yourself up and you keep going every single day. Every single day that you get up out of your bed and you keep going, You keep trying, you keep trusting. That is a victory right there that's worth your celebration. Right? So yeah, see everything in your life as going right, even when it's not. Because that's trust in real time. No matter what it is, no matter what life is currently throwing at you, just keep going. Keep showing up, keep trusting, keep having faith. Because everything is working according to a plan, according to a divine plan. And we're not able to see the frame, we're not able to see the complete workings of everything. But when you have trust and you have faith, you don't need to see it to believe it. You don't need to see it to know that everything is working how it is supposed to work out. Because all we have to do is just let go, trust, and have faith. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I apologize if my energy was low today. I apologize if my mind wasn't clear while making this, but you know, has been one of those low days, couple low days. But nevertheless, I still showed up. And hopefully someone that needs to hear this hears this. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Give yourselves a bit of love every day, like I always say. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings.